who could not be here today as he is still in Washington, D.C., trying to do the right thing legislatively. Congress, or more specifically the House of Representatives, they did their job back in March by passing the PRO Act. And now it's in the hands of the Senate. Now the Senate must do their job. They must do their job to do something that hasn't been done in decades. Not since the era when then Governor Ronald Reagan was hanging out with Richard Nixon, eating grapes during the grape boycott with Cesar Chavez and the United Farm Workers Union. They also spent a considerable amount of time weakening the Federal Labor Board. And since then, it's been getting weaker and weaker. It is about time that that labor board gets strengthened. Right. It is about time that workers have more rights in America. Right. It is about time that workers have the right to organize, to unionize, to also help out in other companies where they're not working. It is their right not to be targeted and demonized by their employer. It is about time that the National Labor Relations Board has laws and regulations and teeth by which they can continue to follow the current labor laws. So that is what is at stake. Decades and decades of weakening of labor laws, decades of workers being minimized to just numbers and not being given fair wages, health care, reproductive rights. All of those issues are on the table. It is time for the Senate to do its job. Hopefully they'll do it by the end of this year. If not, people and organizations such as this will continue to lobby the Senate or whoever we need to get this done, among many other issues that we need to do. We cannot wait for election years. We cannot wait until somebody is up for re-election. The time is now. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak, and onward with this great tour that you're going to have. Thank you so much.
So thank you to Congressman's office, Rahul Gerhalde, one of our great heroes in Congress, and thank you to all the members of Congress who are fighting the right fight on the PRO Act. There's only one Democrat, Henry Cuellar, in the House of Reps, who voted against the PRO Act. And tomorrow we'll be in El Paso, Texas, giving a big thank you to Representative Veronica Escobar, who supported the PRO Act. So we'll be in El Paso tomorrow, thanking her, and then on to Cuellar's office on Thursday, saying, "Hey, what's up? You're a Democrat. Why you vote with the Republicans?" Right? So now I want to keep the mic going. Is Faith next with Lucha? Hey, Faith, take it away.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm honored to be a part of this amazing tour. I'm here with my team, Family of Change, representing United for a Change in Arizona. I want to start by saying, Skuk Hutanit, Banjogi Faith Ramon. I identify as Indigenous. I come from the community of Kiatoa on the Tohono Nation, and I reside here in Tucson, still the Tohono Nation. And I'm still here today because the Build Back Better plan has passed. The Build Back Better plan passed that will actually have millions of our family thriving. What the Build Back Better plan means is uplifting millions of children out of poverty with the child tax credit. It means making sure that our grandparents and our loved ones with disabilities have what they need and the coverage to afford proper medication and home care. What it means is making sure our parents and our families have family paid sick leave, providing affordable, the highest opportunities and quality of education from our pre-K to college. They took out the two free college out of the Build Back Better plan. But if this Build Back Better plan, it means that there will be 3 million job opportunities for our community. 3 million opportunities, that means for our people of community to actually thrive. So if you're tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from, people like Lucha, people like Reyes, people like Mi Familia Vota, Jules for Jobs, we united for our community here in Tucson, who is here holding it down for us. We're here, but we can't do this work alone.
That's right.
We need you to show up. We need you to show up and show out. depending on our loved ones, on our community. So if you are not registered, we heard a representative here from our representative from Jehovah. We need to act now. 2022 is around the corner, and that means there's an opportunity for our governor's race. We need to start acting now. Register to vote, but don't just register to vote. Show up to vote. Get engaged with local organizations. Make a call to your senator. If it's medical care that you are, if you are suffering with, if it's housing, if it's mass liberation, people like me who just want a second chance, I encourage you to get involved. Thank you so much for allowing Lucha to be here. Next steps with the Build Back Better plan is to continue putting pressure on our representatives, and Lucha is going to hold it down. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Sinema? Where is Sinema? Where is Sinema? Where is Sinema? Where is Sinema? So let's keep it going. We have a live stream that's rocking and rolling right now, so I'll just keep on. Next speaker, I've lost my speakers list, so if you want to speak, let's come up to the mic. Who's our next speaker, Paul?
Dana Allman.
Dana, take it away, Dana. Woo!
Allman, woo! Woo! All right, Dana.
I've got a prepared speech, but I might go off of it for a couple times. I don't know. However,
That's right.
This. I'm just happy to be here. My name is Dana Allman. I'm a Miranda resident. I'm just grateful to be here in solidarity because we're all in this together, right? We know this. We know passing the PRO Act, it's not partisan. Saving our democracy is not partisan. Voting rights is not partisan. Reproductive rights is not partisan. I could go on all day. So today, I want to make sure that everybody understands you can't call folks essential workers and you do nothing about it. You don't protect them.
That's right. That's definitely right.
So I'm just happy to be here for the second stop on the Our Revolution PRO Act holiday tour. They've got a long ride to go. They're going to hit all these cities. But we're not going to give up, sit down. We're going to keep moving all the way to New York to see Senator Schumer. So I'm sure he's waiting for us.
That's right.
So I'm going to tell you right now, we've said that the House has passed the PRO Act and the Senate is left. And we know somebody, there's two somebodies that wants to hold all this up. And for some reason think the filibuster is the right way to go. And we all know that is, I don't get it. So anyway, so we need to highlight what are we going to get out of the PRO Act. So we're going to empower workers to organize, bargain, and reach a first contract after union is recognized. We're going to end employers that practice punishing striking workers by hiring permanent replacements. We're going to hold corporations accountable by penalizing employers who retaliate against pro-union workers. We're going to repeal the Jim Crow era right-to-work laws that lead to... We do not deserve lower wages, fewer benefits, and dangerous workplaces. We deserve better.
That's right.
So I want to tell you a little bit about myself and a little story. So I'm a mother of 4 children. I actually have a set of triplets. They just turned 10 on Veterans Day. They were actually born on 11/11/11. They're in the 4th grade. I have an older daughter. My oldest child is a freshman. She's finishing up her first semester of college at Ithaca College. She's majoring in musical theater. So I'm a wife, a veteran, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel. I have more than 23. I have more than 23 years of active duty service, and I serve proudly.
Thank you.
I'm a 1994 West Point graduate.
Woo!
And a lifelong veteran advocate.
Thank
and
you.
I'm running as an independent for Arizona State Representative for LD11. I want to continue the legacy of my grandfather, Calvin P. Allman. I didn't find out until I was 49 that he was a great civil rights leader in Virginia and his communities. I had no idea, and I just turned 50 the end of August. So I tell you right now, you need to go back. If you can find out about the awesome things in your family, definitely celebrate your families. Because I wish I could have known him. Because he died when he was 49. He had polycystic kidney disease. And the last place that he was at a council meeting defending the rights of his community. So he also ran as an independent. He ran for the Virginia House of Delegates twice. In 1971, I didn't know that was a thing to run as an independent, but he saw the way ahead. He ran in 1973 for the House of Delegates. He even ran for sheriff in 1975. He faced so many obstacles because of the color of his skin. But he never gave up. He inspired so many, and there are so many stories and legends that my cousins have tried to share with me about him. So I'll tell you one quote from my grandfather. And it's in a paper from his hometown. And he said, "I think of myself as a protector of those who can't or don't know how to help themselves. And we are all together to make sure that, because we're a family. We're a family. Woo! And we're going to help each other. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep going until the folks do what they're supposed to do with Congress, and the Senate specifically does what they know they need to do to protect our rights." And what I will share is that I see myself as a public servant. I'm not a politician. I will become a lawmaker, and I will protect the life, limb, health, and welfare of everyone. I lead with my values. We lead with our values. So I do want to make a statement about, we know today we commemorate 80-year anniversary of the attacks on Pearl Harbor. Following this ruthless and unprovoked attack on our country, our military members never wavered and courageously led us and the rest of the world in eradicating global threats of rising Nazism. 80 years later, our military members, Department of Defense, civilians, and veterans are showing up once more for another important battle, protecting democracy in our homeland. And we've shown up today to protect democracy.
That's right.
So I reflect on my oath. Some people, I don't know, they rose their hand and took a similar oath in Congress, and for some reason they've forgotten that oath. I didn't forget my oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I didn't think I that I'm in solidarity and I'm your family member. I love this. This is awesome. So I did get the chance to participate in the strike that was up at the Phoenix airport, and it was inspirational for me.